It was, yeah, let's give it up for Ed Hart. We're proud of our Titan family in Vietnam, so thank you, each and every single one of you. That was a special trip. So we're very lucky, as you know, Cal State Fullerton has and is the leading institution in this country for the Vietnamese community. To be part of Little Saigon, to have my business here, to raise my family here, I know that this university has done everything for our community. Talking with each and every single one of you, fellow Vietnamese alumni who are now business leaders, community leaders, nonprofit leaders in our community, and what education, how high we hold education in our culture and in our community, Cal State Fullerton's meant a lot to us. So thank you for sharing that. Not only has Cal State Fullerton been that, we also have attracted and have other leaders. Obviously, there's many wonderful institutions and other institutions who have educated Vietnamese who have grown up here. One of our own has grown up here in Garden Grove. This brother was introduced to me by a great Cal State Fullerton Titan named Gary Green. Gary Green, as you know, is the Executive Vice President serving on the Philanthropic Board for the Board of Governors. Gary Green shared with me that I needed to meet this Vietnamese family. There was a Vietnamese family that he got to know that he respected. They grew a brand starting here in Garden Grove and have grown that brand not only statewide but nationally. He respected the way they went about business and respected the brothers that founded that company. That company is Seven Leaves Cafe. So upon meeting the brothers of Seven Leaves Cafe through this Titan connection, Gary Green, I had already heard of the brand, as many of you have had previously. This is a brand that we all respect and that we know has grown not only from Garden Grove but throughout Orange County and beyond. When I got to meet the brothers and become really good friends, he not only, even as a USC Trojan, he wanted to give back. Despite being a USC Trojan, he wanted to give back. He wanted to give back to the community. As a member of the Vietnamese community, he wanted to give back. He even said many out of the hundreds of team members that he had, many of them were Titans. As he got to do more on campus, he started to join many parts of campus. He joined as a member of the Center for Family Business that Ed leads, that other business leaders here are members of. He served on the College of Humanities Advisory Board. He came up to serve as professor for a day. He guest lectured every time I asked him to come to my business management class. He mentored students. He came and spoke not only at Cal State Fullerton but in the community. Vietnamese American Chamber of Commerce reached out to him. Every other organization reached out to him, and he always gave. He's a giver. He gave his time. Sonny Nguyen, co-founder of Seven Leaves Cafe, continues to serve Cal State Fullerton on the Cal State Fullerton Board of Governors. He has also spent his time hosting previously our president and first lady. One of his dreams, when I first met him through Gary Green, Sonny, I asked him a question that I'll always remember. I said, who is your compass? What company do you respect the most? And he said, there's one company I respect the most that I use as my compass. They're called In-N-Out. And I said, I have a Titan connection in In-N-Out. and sure enough, he's like, no way, brother. How do you know? How do you know someone at In-N-Out? And from that on, I actually connected Sonny to Roger Koch, the CFO and Cal State Fullerton grad of In-N-Out, and certainly they have become good friends and mutual respect for each other's companies. So without further ado, please put your hands together to my brother and my love. I have my wife jokes. My wife jokes all the time. She goes, honey, I know you love me, but you got this man crush on Sonny. And it's evident. So I said, you know what, honey, that's okay that you admit it, because you know what, I'm happy to admit it too.
That's quite an introduction. I love you too, Sonny. Now, every time that Brother Tam introduces me, like, I always prep for the speeches, but every time he does that, like I just start breaking down and then I forget everything that I prepared for. But I want to keep the theme of what Tami started with Ed as well, talking about the heart. So I'm not going to be able to speak eloquently like Ed, Brother Tam, and Tami. I kind of want to just speak from the heart, right? And I just keep into that theme and just trying to be as honest as possible in how I got here and how I fell into Cal State Fullerton, right? And it started really, truly from friendship. And that friendship, as you can see, it just stems from Tam. And I remember our family, when we were just starting our business, our family's gonna put our heads down and we work really hard and we don't talk to anybody and we just see what happens, right? That's kind of like the Asian way. And that's how I did it in school too. But then there was a thought that kind of started to grow. Like, hey, I don't think we are doing everything correctly. Maybe we need to reach out and connect with others and learn from them. And with that thought, the very first person I talked to was Gary Green, Cal State Fullerton. And he's the one that actually introduced me. And to prove that we didn't know anybody, we're Little Saigon, right? Who doesn't know Tam, right? So you can know we lived under a rock, we don't know anybody. And his business was literally a block away from our business. And just through that thought, somehow Gary led me to Brother Tam and his friendship. And I think everyone here has connected with Tam and how special he is. This is what he's done and what he does is that he always puts, you, the other person, in front of him, and he always thinks, how can I make their lives better? And how can I be of value of this person? And I truly learned that. And in thinking about how I started to just ask questions, and I feel it's just one way. He's my bigger brother. He's 4 or 5 years older than I am, and we have family, so I get to basically just cheat. I ask him everything. He just has the answer. And when I asked him, hey, you know what? We have a family business dynamic. We have a lot of siblings. It's hard to just figure out all the rules and how to navigate this. Do you have any ideas? How do you navigate all this? Is this what, at Cal State Fullerton, there's a Center for Family Business. He kind of led me there. And I continued to ask questions. He always had talking about a business that we inspired and we wanted to be able to learn from. And when I just mentioned it, and I was like, I know someone in there now. Happens to be the former CFO at Cal State Fullerton, right? So everything kept on leading to Cal State Fullerton to one, but I think just through friendship was the first thing that I learned how to be a really good friend to someone else. And I think just watching him and learning from him, that made me a better person. But as I started to go into campus, there was this fear that I had. Is that number one, and I'm going to be honest, I was not a good student in college. My mind was always out there, like being successful for my family. I didn't do it the right way. So that's always been a fear. It's like, why am I going back to school? Right? They're going to know I'm a fraud and I'm at Cal State Fullerton. I never told them I was from USC. Everyone just, you go down the table, it was like, alumni class of 97, whatever it is. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to skip you, right? And then Tam says, you know what you should do is like, hey, you should be involved more. And I started thinking, well, you know what, how can I be of value to Tam? And he, there's, if you know Tam, family's first, right? And there's his family business, which is associated with his family, but then there's Cal State Fullerton, right? That is, there's a pecking order. I realized that Cal State Fullerton is a part of this family. So I wanted to contribute, and I asked him, how can I help, and I can be of value to him. And Cal State Fullerton was really the response. So he says, there's a lot of boards you can sit, there's a lot of ways, and I don't know if I should be the person that sits on any board. I wasn't the student that I should have been, right? I'm not a teacher, I'm in entrepreneurship, so how can I serve? And he led me to the HSS, which is Humanities and Social Science. I met Dean Fontaine and I sat in there. And it's been 3 years, and I continue to try to figure out the nuances of the school, but I think there's something that continues to support is that there are things that I can bring to the table, and I started to understand the intricacies of a university, what their needs are. It's very similar to a business. And then there's the Center for Family Business, which I sit on the board, and which I love truly, and all the members that's in there. And now sitting on the board of governors, which is the biggest fear. It's like, wow, now they're gonna totally get that. You got the wrong person here, right? But I think being able to just, why am I still at Cal State Fullerton is just really, I feel as though there's values that I didn't realize I have. But there's also, like I see now Cal State Fullerton, the more I understand it, it is a community that, like I've embraced. And you think about how the concept of giving back. I think that was a question I was throwing through. Why should anyone here give back? I kind of see it as this. You start with your family, you start with yourself. You kind of work, you improve, so you get to a certain point, then you help others. The second immediate folks that I think of helping is my family. And then there's my friends. And then for my friends, and then the communities I start interacting with, and the community of Cal State Fullerton is now my extended family. And then I grew up in Garden Grove, and then Tam's the one who led me to Garden Grove. It's like, my parents said, stay away from city folks and politicians, right? Like, what are you doing, right? One of my best friends now is here, right? Mayor Steve Jones. It's like, what are you doing with Mayor Steve Jones? Scott Stiles, Lisa Kim, they're great human beings, and they're now my family. So when I think about giving back, I don't think about like, hey, I'm giving money away and this is philanthropic. I see it as helping my family and the people that I connect with, I touch. And I think that's really from my heart what I think. It's not just like, hey, I'm doing it. It feels like I'm doing it for selfish reasons because it's people that I care for. And I think that I wanted to share with the students that's here. I know that, when I was in college, I wish I did what you guys did, right? I envy that. And to be able to know that someone that was not that bright, doesn't have a lot of horsepower here, that can actually give back, right, and do a lot, I think that just to understand what philanthropic and what giving back really means. And it doesn't have to be far off, like you're trying to save the world and the planet. I think that's kind of far off. But if you have the blessings that your influence, your resources, the people you can have, and I think everyone's given the ability to help in a different way. But it doesn't mean you have to wait. And I always thought that I'm going to do the Warren Buffett. I'm going to wait till, once I'm done, I'm going to give all my wealth away. I don't think I need to do that. I realize that I can give back now in that way, and I wanted to share that with you. So thank you.